Oh, awesome. Hello and welcome to Any Percent, which is no longer a race because Imid is traveling, which is super unfortunate. But right now we get to bring you an Any Percent run, Any Percent old route. And then, yes, and then afterwards we get to race 100% map against Owl. Neither us nor Owl will be using a tile counter today. Okay, awesome. And we are off. So let's see what we can pull off here. In the first room, you just want to hold right and A as you're starting. In this one, you want to hold L. You want to be holding angle down, and then do a short hop. Coming up, we are gonna hit Ridley's tail 5 times to damage ourselves out, so that Ridley flies. To damage ourselves below 30 HP, so that Ridley flies away. Click, 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 click. We stream for what we want to see from others, and we very much so enjoy controller clicks. What? Oh, okay, never mind. We missed the tail there. Series Escape has a timer, which makes it super important. And thank you for the luck, everybody. We're still hunting the 46 series. Unlikely to... So what happened there was called magnet stairs. The stair room in series uses slopes that aren't used anywhere else in the game. And those slopes, those weird slopes, mean that you can actually be on 2 slopes at once, which significantly slows down your movement. So, that's what we'd honestly just call that an oversight from the devs' part. Which makes Series Station RTA, or Series Station, even more RNG dependent than a lot of other places. So coming up, we're running into Parliament. So for anybody who doesn't know, anytime you let go of when you're angling up or angling down and go back to neutral, you will be pushed forward 1 pixel, which is why we're spamming angle up and angle down. Here's going to be our first moonfall, if we can get it. And moonfall is a trick which gives you uncapped falling speed, and we're going to see it right here in the climb, more than any other room. Saves about 4 seconds. And it's just a wonderful trick. We're going to be heading down to grab Morph Ball and our first missile pack. Coming up in the room after Morph Ball, we're going to attempt a down back while shooting at the blocks to try and fall down to the bottom without bunking at all. It's one of those deceptively tricky tricks. It's always nice when you can actually get it. We are absolutely astonished that that worked, but we'll take it. That would have been so hype if we could have pulled in Becky for this race. That would have been amazing. Moonfall is incredibly easy. As you're falling through the door, you hold angle down, shot, and jump, and then you hold right, and then you just let go of shot. Moonfall is one of the easiest tricks in the game to learn. We'd say that learning Moonfall is easier than learning how to mock ball. And that anybody can learn it in a few minutes. So coming up is a ledge grab climb, the behemoth climb, or the just defend climb. This one, This one is generally way more consistent from mid-tier runners. The wall jump climb is more consistent up until the point that you can not get hit doing the ledge grab climb. And from there up until you're basically a very top tier runner, the ledge grab climb is more consistent. So coming up right here, we are going to morph on the magic pixel, and morphing on the magic pixel will make BT jump back immediately, which saves a little bit of time. This is a very good time so far. So there are two ways to run this, 3 tank or 4 tank. 4 tank will definitely save time on average, but depending on how good our time is at there, when we're looking at the 4th tank, oops, that was not good. Depending on how our time is when we get the 4th tank, we may or not. Basically, if we're on TV pace, we're just gonna go for it. So in this room, this is actually wonderful. If you shoot the pirates, they will put up their claw, which extends their hitbox forward. So by shooting the pirate, you can get booped a little bit earlier, and that actually saves about 5 to 10 frames in the room, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah, we've had a lot of trouble with actually hitting the door next to BT, so we're super happy that those all hit. Coming up is our first mock ball. Mock ball is a very straightforward trick to learn. This is one of the most important tricks to learn when you're first learning the game. It makes a big difference. So right there with that waver, we normally try and shoot it, but we missed it, so we decided to jump over it. And when we learned that backup of just jumping over it, it was absolutely amazing. Because before we didn't know that you could just jump over it. So coming up here is a Rio Farm. This Rio Farm was discovered amazingly late into Super Metroid. Like, we guess that Rio Farm was not discovered until maybe 2007-ish would be our guess. Astonishingly late for how simple it is. So you notice that we're about 8 pixels away from the item. If you're doing a wall jump check, you can actually grab the items from a little bit further away. And that's used in a bunch of places to just grab the item a little bit earlier. And you can also do that to get through doors a little bit earlier. So when you see us in a wall jump check pose going through the door, that's what's happening. Coming up here, we're going to want to break spin as late as possible. And you actually travel faster horizontally when you're in spin jump pose versus not after you break spin by about 1 pixel every 7 frames. So in a lot of cases like that, you want to break spin as late as possible. So coming up here is a create quick entry. There are 2 ways to do it. One involves shooting out the middle block first. The way that we're going to do it, shoots out the bottom block first. And it absolutely does not look faster, but it's actually a few frames faster, which is astonishing, because it does not look faster. And we find it easier, but it's really a preference thing. So coming up soon is a Crate Ghidorah room, and Jack found an absolutely amazing strat where you just jump to the first pillar, and then you just deboost from the first pillar. In this game, spikes either do 16 or 60 damage, and all the spikes in Kraid's lair do 16 damage, except for the spike on the Ghidorah. Except for the spikes on the Ghidorah. We learned that the very hard way 2 Fridays ago, while doing the weekly race from the GDQ practice round. This is a Kraid quick kill. We're gonna be super happy if we hit it. We've had astonishingly bad luck with that, so we're always super happy when we hit it. So, given how good that is a 10:08 Varia, so given how good our time is, we think that we're just gonna go for 3 tanks and see if we can PB this run. That'd be super hype if we could PB. This would be back-to-back PBs. This would be absolute back-to-back PBs if we could actually do this. It's highly, highly unlikely. But with a Varia time like that, we absolutely have to just go for it. So we switched from the charge shot quick kill to the 2 missile quick kill, and in the process, our quick kills became absolute garbage, and we were missing like over 50% of them. And at the time, combined with the controller with the dying select button, which meant that we basically, that's what caused us to just kind of stop playing for a while, combined with hitting a minute break. So we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna absolutely just go for it. If we aren't on PB pace later on, then we might take some safeties or safety saves, because we do want to finish this run. But if we're on PB pace, we're just gonna go for it, even if it means that we're more likely to die. Last we checked, we had about 200 hours on our any percent played on our any percent splits. So coming up in the cathedral entrance, we're gonna do a flashing select. If you hold item cancel and hit item select, you get a flashing missile. Ah, okay, that was not what we wanted to do, but we had an extra super, so it wasn't that bad. And a flashing select means that the next shot that you'll shoot 1 ammo, and then immediately deselect back to the pea shooter, which is really, really nice in a few cases. And that just makes the menuing to kill the disc egos with a pea shot plus a missile much easier. Oh, that feels so good. That room is so good. When you can get that deboost, it's just so, so, so good. Becky is another runner, with a time which is 16 seconds better than ours currently. And we are trying to get a better time. Yeah, Becky has a 47.20. We have a 47.36. So we're coming up on the double chamber. That is a room where it's very easy to fall, and just is not a gentle room at all. So we don't have any supers left, so we're gonna have to open these doors really slowly. We forgot to kill the orb, which meant that we got a lot more lag. That was really close. We almost just ran off the edge there. This is a room which is super, super punishing for falling, so we're super happy that we didn't. We are 3 seconds ahead of our PB now. And that was a PB with a super solid start. So right here, we're gonna try and get a quick drop. It is... or not. Ah! That is very tricky. So now that we bonked, we can actually farm this waiver. I got another super, which is really nice, because we didn't have any supers coming out of there. And we absolutely needed at least one super drop. The version of this to run is the US and Japanese version. The PAL version has very, very different physics tables. So one of the Rio tunnels in the third room of the tunnel, we are going to stop as early as possible so we can have as much run speed going into the next room as possible. Coming up is a red tower. And the red tower has a very difficult trick at the top where you can run up with just a down grab. And it saves about 2 seconds over the other strat. And it's definitely much harder. But it's one of the swaggiest strats in the game. And we're super happy that we can do it consistently enough to do it in runs. And so we're gonna go for it and hope. So hopefully we can do this well. Oh no. That was really, really sketch, but we got it. Unfortunately, we're getting eaten by the Samus Eater here, which just cost a bunch of time. We did get good drops there, so that means that we're going to be entering the wreck ship with full health. Shoutouts to Static for that wonderful strat. So in the next room, we're going to jump high before we lay the power bomb, and that is going to scroll the second cac off screen, so that it can't shoot at us, which is just an amazing, amazing tech that Cutie taught us at GDQ. So there we are, full health. Full health, almost full ammo. Yeah, that was definitely not good for PB potential, but we still have a decent time. So the second crab farm here is actually one of the worst farms between Norfair and Meridia. We timed it all out, and we were really surprised to learn that that farm was that bad. But it is, so that's just a farm that you absolutely cannot do. Yeah, almost all emulators are allowed. We think we did that in our PB, so... That's not good. Okay, we're really, really glad that we have that we had the health that we did have, because we absolutely need 60 health, over 60 health for Fantoon. 60 health is a magic number where you can take 3 hits from Fantoon. So we're gonna do a speedball right here, which is absolutely beautiful entrance. So right here, Fantoon will open his eye after 1, 5, or 11 seconds, known as fast, mids, or slows. We always want fast. We always want fast. This should be good. Health is low, but... Health is fine. Amazing, amazing Pantoon. That was a mid-mid, which is above average RNG. We did not get much. We got absolutely amazing ammo drop that's there, but not much in the way of health. So coming up here is an amazing static strat, where you shoot out these blocks in a few weird ways, and then you don't have to lay a bomb. And that saves about 30 frames, and is absolutely amazing. We aren't sure that we actually have enough health for the Attic Spark. We have not actually practiced it in a while, but we might actually go for the speed keep strat. No, we haven't practiced it in too long. We think we have to just go for the spark because we haven't practiced the speed keep in too long. We're gonna pick up that health just because our health is so low. We need a little bit more health than this to be able to get through bowling. Bowling spark costs about 90 HP, so we want about 110 or so to start. So we're just gonna fully farm this room. It's a little bit slower. But we absolutely do not want to die in a marathon. Yeah, that Fantoon setup is absolutely wonderful. So the next trick that's going to be coming up is a moonfall out of the gravity room. And then after that is a mock ball across the moat, known as the moat ball. In our PB in our last run, we jumped too late and we ran straight into the moat missiles, which is super unfortunate. But hopefully we can do better here. So Charles, the trick there that we found is to do a bad third tap through the door. It doesn't have to be a good third tap, but even a bad third tap through the door makes everything better. Okay, so we almost did exactly what we did in our PB, where you hit that. Ah. We almost hit that crab. That would have been bad. We're trying to think about health management right now. We're definitely going to have to do the Bubble Mountain backup. We're trying to figure out how many cacks we should farm. We believe that the right call here is just farm one cack. One cack should be enough, because we're not doing the Bubble Mountain or Mount Everest spark. This frog farm is absolutely beautiful. You just shoot it from above, and then it jumps straight to you. And it costs only about 30 frames. Yep, and our health is exactly where we want it to be, so one cack farm up there was perfect. So coming up here is 100% map preview. You're going to see the 100% map Bubble Mountain. Through the next door is a frame perfect jump, and if we can get it, then we can just fly up there. That was too early, so we're gonna have to do a turnaround. So this is a wonderful 100% map back up. And you can just fly up there. And it only costs about 2.5 seconds. Which is absolutely beautiful. Coming up here is the Botwoon X Factor. Botwoon kills can be incredibly tricky, but feel really, really good when you get it. That might be a little bit too early. Oh no! Okay, luckily we were at full supers. So that ammo loss is not a problem at all. Getting health bombed is not a problem at all because our ammo count was so good. And now we get to attempt the full happy. This is an incredibly difficult trick, but it's so wonderful when you get it. And unfortunately, we didn't even manage to make the wall jump up. So coming up is going to be the Dragon's. It's going to be a spark kill of Dragon. We're going to open with an X Factor, and then once we open with the X Factor, we're going to spark Dragon 3 times, and that will kill Dragon if we do it. That should kill Dragon. One good thing about not getting the full happy is that we have a ton more health to play with here. We're going to be doing a Stutter 2 into an X Factor to open Dragon, and hopefully we'll get a goop pattern immediately and can just 3-spark Dragon for a 2 in blue. Very good setup. So unfortunately, we're gonna ditch the blue suit because our health is just too low. So what happened there is known as chain damage, where Dragon can just blue suit. When you have a blue suit, you do not have iframe, so you can just get hit repeatedly, and you can get damaged down a lot. And we were 2 hits away from death there, so we're super happy that we didn't die. Our next item that we're going for is plasma. In the next room, we need to shoot the door after the first Metroid is off screen to save a lag frame. We have all the supers that we need. We only need 4 coming out of here, so jump through the door for a better door transition, and if we can get this is an amazing, amazing exit from this room. Unfortunately, we didn't shoot the door, but we had the right setup. Yeah, we didn't think we might have had enough health, but it would have made everything super, super close. So it's super unfortunate that getting chain damage by Dragon cost us about 7 seconds because we couldn't, about 12 seconds because we couldn't do the reverse happy. But that's just RNG, which happens. And now we're gonna try the Antinomy Plasma Room, where we shoot kill the right pirates before the left ones. We really hope that one actually died. Okay, good, that one actually did die. We were concerned that the left pirate didn't die. because we didn't see a drop there. We thought that the power bomb hit it twice, but it was possible that it didn't. So next we're going to go down the toilet and head straight to Lower North Fair. We are rolling in supers right now. And we'd like a little bit more health, but this is honestly plenty of health for Lower North Fair. We do need more power bombs, so we're gonna actually farm that crab. And now we have a lot of power bombs, which is really, really nice. Our ammo is absolutely amazing. Our health is good. So coming up in the room, in the ice skate room, we are going to be doing a speed ball. We're going to jump, morph, and just bounce across the next room. Which is absolutely, absolutely, absolutely wonderful. We are plural, so use plural pronouns. So right now we are plus 16 against our PB. So PB potential is very difficult, but also possible. $200 health into Lower North Fair is a bit scary in a marathon setting. Outside of a marathon setting, it'd be perfectly fine. But it's definitely scary in a marathon setting. But our best possible time is still under our PB, so we got the mockball out of here, which is absolutely wonderful. That means that we're not going to get punished for having only four power bombs. So coming up soon, we're gonna head. There's a moonfall in the next room, and then with a moonfall, you actually have to be angling down as you hit the ground to fix the door. But if you're angling down when you're not moonfalling, then you get a worse door transition, which is a really, really interesting camera thing. That was an amazing, amazing Magdalite tunnel. Unfortunately, we barely missed the chronic boost, but it happens. Tutor scurrying through this fireball is wonderful. And we think that the Dragon chain damage unfortunately killed all chance of the PB for us. That took away 7 very precious seconds. So we're gonna farm this pirate and get a little bit of lag reduction. Coming up in the worst room, we manipulate the pirate again by shooting at it and getting it to put its claw forward, which gets us exactly 1 hit rather than 2. And it's so wonderful that hitbox manipulation is used twice in the run. Oh no! That was really unfortunate. Because the down grab here is one of the best down grabs in the game. We're going to try and kill 2 of the key hunters for lag reduction in 1 farm. We believe that we can get... There's the farm. Health is very nice. We don't need any ammo, so health is really, really good. In the next room, we're going to use plasma to hitbox through 2 of the Disgigas, and then we're just going to jump straight to where we need to lay the power bomb. And this is going to result in the fewer Disgigas on screen, which is great for lag reduction. Okay, we did not mean to have super selected there. We did not mean to have super selected there. we did not ammo select properly, so that was really lucky that they didn't hit us. Got the Super Strong Pirate strat. This is still definitely a 47 pace. We're not going to say no to that extra health before Ridley. What we'd really like is an extra missile before Ridley, because if we're at full missiles at Ridley, we will get 50% more health drops, which is really nice. 20 shots will do it. Ah. Unfortunately, we just completely lost count because we missed so many of them. That was a very nice Ridley quick kill. If Ridley grabs you on the right tiles, then Ridley will die faster, which is really, really nice. This is wonderful health for the escape. So coming up here, we're going to open this door with a missile. And that saves about 1 frame of lag, which is just a really, really nice touch. Reverse Powerhouse is always amazing. So coming up here, we're gonna clip through the ceiling and then deboost off one of them, and then attempt to get a short charge. This is very difficult. So we didn't do our taps well enough to do the short charge, but that's fine. We do not have a spare power bomb, so we're gonna have to destroy these with bombs. We're gonna try and use plasma to hitbox through the key hunters, and we really hope that we're successful. This health means that we're definitely gonna need to be careful. We can definitely still go for all the best strats, but we do need to be careful. Coming up here is a beautiful, beautiful strat. Double-double. Well, no, we're not going to go for the double-double because our health is too low. But we want to kill all 3 key hunters with three shots. If we had enough health to tank a hit, we would have tried to. We would have jumped up to the first. We would have jumped up to the first platform for the second shot. And jumping up to the platform there would have given us a little bit more to work with. Would have killed them all, but also makes it's more likely that you're going to get hit, which is just not acceptable in a marathon run when we're a shot away from dead. The next really neat trick that's coming up is going to be the entrance to Meridia. We're going to try and, on the elevator, we're going to hit dash a little bit late, and then we're going to jump through the door, and we're going to attempt to space jump straight up to the platform. So this is a very tricky trick. It looks amazing when you can get it. Let's see if we got it. Oh, wow. Wow, with that run speed, we got it very easily. That's new information. We didn't realize that you could jump that high so easily. That just looks so pretty. Next up is Hundo Map, which has all sorts of wonderful tricks in it. So normally, if we were on PB pace, we absolutely would not have farmed there. But for a marathon run, having that extra 60 health will make the first Metroid run significantly safer. And so we'd much rather waste a couple seconds there to guarantee that we can finish the run. So normally we kill a key inhibitor with a missile, but because we're playing it super safe, we're gonna try and be at full missiles when we kill the first Metroid, just so that we can get more health drops. Because if we're at full missiles, all the missile drops from Metroids will become health drops, which makes it much safer. So we're gonna farm these. And this is on pace for a low 48. This is on pace for a low 48, which is absolutely an amazing time. Yeah, so there's a history of gay percent. Whenever we got grabbed by the mob below Spazer on our way to Kraid, we would always say, "Grab by every yapping ma RTA." And then as some meme boards, as a category extensions were coming out, we basically asked, "Hey, can we get this as a category?" And Punk said, "Sure, if you run it." So we did a run so that it could be on the board. And now the story of how it became gay percent. Punk said GEY percent, and then somebody else in our chat said, at that point, you may as well go all the way and make it gay percent. So we found a way. So we retconned the name from grab by every yapping ma to grab by all yapping mas, so that it could be gay percent. And then we had gay percent, and it's wonderful. This has been an amazing Torian so far. We probably deserve that for saying that it's been an amazing Torian. We definitely need to kill with the super here, given our MR pound. 99% chance we get the super back. And as long as we don't die, this is going to be a 48. This is going to be a very solid 48 if we can get baby skip. If we can't get baby skip, then it's going to be a 48-40 or so. So, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, so there we just straight up got greedy. There we got incredibly greedy. We should have just done an extra jump, but we decided to go for it, and we got very punished. So we will do our best not to die. So the only thing that we can really die to at this point, well, we don't want to speak too soon, but the main thing which can kill us is Mother Brain's ketchup beam. And at this point, the ketchup beam will just one-shot us. So, and if it, so that would be really unfortunate if it one-shot us, but it's unlikely. The other thing we could do is miss too much ammo into Mother Brain 1. Turrets could snipe too much of it. The turrets on Mother Brain 1 definitely sniped world records by eating ammo. So, let's go. So that miss super into the glass was really, really, really bad. We missed one super and 2 missiles, which is exactly what we could miss. So we were 1 missile being eaten away from soft locking there, which would have been super unfortunate, but we survived. We survived and we're still on a 48 pace. We're gonna tank the meatball. We were gonna tank the meatball so we'd have iframes for the ketchup bean. But that didn't end up working out as well as we wanted in practice. Gotta back up all the way against the wall because the rainbow beam does not actually start damaging you until you're up against the wall. So right now it's about a 1.5-minute cutscene, one of the saddest moments in video game history. So let's get those baby thumbs out in chat. For the baby Metroid. So this cutscene is about a 1.5 minutes, and if we have a very good escape, from the time that we exit this room, it's about 70 seconds to the end. So there's... So ketchup shots are on a timer. So from the first ketchup shot until the end, you need to only do 4 more charge shots. Each charge shot takes 1 second, and the ketchups are on a cycle of 3 to 4 seconds, we believe. So normally you only get 1 ketchup. Occasionally you'll get more just because you got a bad cycle, or you missed a shot. But almost always you should only be getting 1 ketchup beam when you have Ice Wave Plasma. So the baby Metroid sacrificed its life for us, and now Mother Brain has killed it. And it imbues us with a rainbow beam. It's absolutely wonderful. So if we do the escape well, it looks like we are on pace for a 48 4x. So let's nail this escape and bring it home. This room is absolutely amazing. The ledge grab out of the wall jump here. We absolutely love that tech. One of our favorite things in the game. And the moonfall. This is incredibly difficult and technical room. And it feels so good to get it right. It feels so good to get it right. So we lost our first 47 pace to Steam RNG. We almost lost our second one to it. So let's go for good Steam RNG here. Amazing Steam RNG. And we got the 4x. We got the 4x. 48-46. And this is auto-splittered, so this is the exact time that we have. So that was Super Metroid any percent. That was a super solid run from us. We are super happy with that. And so coming up next is us versus Owl at 100% map. And we don't know how long it's going to take to set that up. bring up the stream and see what the setup looks like. While setup is going on, we are going to be right back and get ready for the next run. So thank you for the GGs. This was a wonderful run and we're super happy with it. And we're super excited that we can share the run with all of you.